Jeremiah 17:9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately sick. Unlimited coordinated power does not heal that heart. It does not purify it or redirect it or make it trustworthy. It simply gives it more reach. Whatever is already inside, the good and the evil both, goes further, faster, with more people moving in the same direction. That is why God said this is only the beginning, not, look how impressive they are, but look where this goes. Now, the engineers who built social media stood in their keynote presentations and said almost exactly what God said in Genesis 11:6. But they meant it as a celebration. Connect everyone. Remove all barriers. Give every voice equal reach. Unlock human potential at global scale. Nothing impossible. And for a moment, it looked like a miracle. But Babel already told us what happens when you give the whole earth a unified system with no moral architecture above it. Genocide coordinated through Facebook groups in Myanmar. Documented, reported, ignored for months while people died. Misinformation traveling 6 times faster than truth, confirmed by peer-reviewed research published in Science magazine. Teenage girls algorithmically guided toward eating disorder content because the system learned that distress drives engagement. These are not edge cases. This is nothing will be impossible. Running at 2.5 billion users, God said it as a warning at Shinar. Silicon Valley said it as a mission statement. Genesis 11 already knew the difference between those two sentences. Genesis 11:8 brings the tower's story to its close, and it ends in a way nobody saw coming. So the Lord dispersed them from there over the face of all the earth, and they left off building the city. 4 words that contain the most important architectural truth in Scripture, they left off building. The tower was never finished, not because an army tore it down, not because fire fell from heaven, not because God struck it with judgment in any visible, dramatic way. The confusion the project produced made the project impossible to continue. The tower became its own undoing. And Psalm 127:1 explains why that was always inevitable. Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. Not sometimes in vain, not mostly in vain, in vain. Every structure built on human ambition alone, with no foundation above itself to answer to, carries that verdict inside it from the moment the first brick is laid. It may rise for a season, it may look impressive from a distance, but vain labor has a ceiling, and every generation hits it. Now look at what is happening to the towers currently standing, not the ones that already fell, the ones you opened this morning. Facebook's own internal researchers documented that the platform was causing measurable psychological harm, and the company chose growth anyway. Twitter has fractured so completely under its own internal confusion that it no longer resembles what it was built to be. TikTok is being restricted by governments across every inhabited continent, not because of illegal content, but because a single, unified platform with no moral ceiling has become a documented threat to entire nations. One language, one system. No moral ceiling, they left off building. The people of Shinar hit that ceiling 3,000 years ago. The platforms we built in their image are hitting it now, not from outside attack, from the confusion that this kind of construction always produces when it goes high enough.